At 5:02 this morning, we're tracking the aftermath of Hurricane Nicholas. Power outages have been one of the biggest issues we've seen across the region.
But there is some good news while you were sleeping. The power has been coming back on. The CenterPoint outage map still shows a lot of outages across our region, but the overall number of customers in the dark is now down to roughly 81,000. That's down from around 100,000 last night.
Michelle Choi is live for us with more on the power restoration effort. Michelle, what's the latest?
Hey, Kim and Steph, one of the neighborhoods where folks are still without power this morning is here along Inez and Brock Street in the Gulf Gate area. At last check, about more than 700 families actually are still waiting for their lights to come back on here in this neighborhood. Something CenterPoint crews say they are working as quickly as they can to do. Take a look. Yesterday, thousands of linemen were dispatched all over the greater Houston area to get power restored to customers. They have been working around the clock, guys, including into the overnight hours. We followed one crew from 5th Ward to Meyerland as they repaired transformers and lines damaged by Nicholas's powerful winds. CenterPoint says they are working as fast as they can, but it could take up to a few days to restore power to folks in some hard-hit areas. Now, back out here live, it's important to note, guys, that at the peak of these outages, nearly 500,000 people were without power. This morning, there has been significant progress, but we know for those of you who have been in the dark for more than 24 hours, it's been dark. Now, Kim, I just want to let you know, this cooler weather definitely has been a big help driving over here. I already spotted several people with their windows down, some even sitting on their porches. Back to you.
Some silver lining, and we know those crews are working very hard to get the power restored. Michelle Choi live for us this morning. Thank you.
CenterPoint isn't the only power company we are tracking this morning. This is the live outage map for Texas New Mexico Power, which provides electricity for other parts of the region. It shows more than 20,000 people still in the dark in both Brazoria and Galveston counties.
So many people saw damage during the storm, and now they're going to have to clean it all up.
David Gonzalez continues our live team coverage in Cashmere Gardens in Northeast Houston. David, good morning to you. What are you seeing out there?
Hey, good morning. I'm live here near Cavalcade and 610 in Cashmere Gardens, and this was one of the areas that saw downed trees all across the roadways. As you can see behind me, luckily city and county workers have removed the trees from the roadways, but they still sit on the side of the road, and that's because they immediately got to work to try to reopen the communities that saw downed trees all around. But this also affected homeowners who also tried to do what they could to try to take care of toppled trees onto their homes and also their yards. So if your home was damaged in any way, the first thing you should do is call your insurance company. The Texas Department of Insurance can help you if you do not have a contact. Also, make sure that you keep a record of everyone you talk to. Be ready to answer questions about the damage. Ask about advance payment if you need help right away. And lastly, if you cannot stay home, ask about living expenses. Just make sure to ask about receipts. And one thing that I do want to point out back out here live is even though roadways and driveways are clear, the city and county, all they did was remove the trees and the debris still sits on the side of the road. So if you are going to be driving, just be extra careful because we have seen some of that debris fall back onto the road, which could definitely affect your car. Back to you.